Teachers who caught students cheating. What was the most clever method you've ever discovered? I taught AP Biology for 15 years before I encountered Brianna. She was that student. Perfectly coiffed, designer everything, parents who donated new lab equipment every semester. Her test scores were suspicious from day one. Always exactly 89%. Never higher, never lower. Just enough to maintain her precious 4.0 without raising flags. The thing about Brianna was her confidence. She'd stride into my classroom like she owned it, flip her hair, and settle into the front row with this smirk that said she was untouchable. Other teachers loved her. She volunteered for everything, spoke at school board meetings, had college recruiters calling monthly. Principal Morrison called her our shining example. But I'd been teaching long enough to spot the patterns. During tests, she'd angle her paper just so. Her pencil would pause at weird moments. Not because she was thinking, but because she was waiting. She'd glance toward the windows with suspicious timing, using the reflection to see behind her. I started documenting everything. That's when I noticed Quentin. He was a quiet kid who sat in the back corner, struggled with anxiety, and barely spoke above a whisper. His grades were decent but unremarkable. What caught my attention was how he'd position his test paper during exams, turned slightly toward the front, answers clearly visible to anyone in Brianna's sightline. It seemed innocent enough. Anxious kids often had weird testing habits, except the timing was too perfect. I tested my theory during the next exam. I moved Quentin to a different seat, claiming I needed to spread students out more. Brianna's score dropped to 67%. She was furious, demanding to know why her grade had suddenly plummeted. She accused me of making the test unfairly difficult, but proving it required more finesse. I created 2 versions of the midterm, identical, except I switched the order of multiple choice answers on 5 questions. Brianna's usual spot got version A. Quentin, back in his corner, got version B. I handed out tests randomly, making sure each got their designated version. The results were beautiful. Brianna had confidently bubbled in answers that corresponded to Quentin's test. Every switched question she got wrong. Her score plummeted to 52%. She sat frozen, staring at her paper like it had personally betrayed her. When I called her parents for a conference, they stormed in demanding explanations. Dad was a prominent lawyer. Mom served on the school board. They were used to getting their way. Brianna sat there, tears streaming, insisting there'd been a mistake. There was a mistake, I agreed. The mistake was thinking I wouldn't notice. I showed them the evidence. 2 tests, different answer keys, identical wrong patterns. Her father's face went pale. Her mother actually apologized, which shocked me more than anything. But the real surprise came during the meeting. Quentin knocked on my classroom door. He'd heard about Brianna's situation through the gossip mill and wanted to confess. For 2 years, he'd been deliberately positioning his paper so she could cheat off him, not because he was helping her, but because he'd been systematically feeding her wrong answers while still maintaining his own decent grades. She's bullied my little brother since kindergarten, he explained quietly, called him worthless, stupid, made him afraid to go to school. She'd steal his lunch money, destroy his projects, convince kids he was contagious. I figured if she wanted to cheat off me, I'd give her what she deserved. The kid had been playing 4-dimensional chess while everyone else was playing checkers. He'd calculated exactly how many wrong answers he could feed her without tanking his own GPA. Brianna transferred schools the following week. Her parents cited personality conflicts. Quentin's confidence soared once word got out about his long game. His little brother stopped having mysterious stomach aches every morning. Sometimes the best lessons happen outside the curriculum.